Career progression in the supply chain industry, I honestly think it's about building relationships, learning from them. A lot of people are happy and willing to share their experiences and their knowledge in this industry. There's lots to learn. There's just something different all the time because there's such variety in the type of work that's available in the industry. I just don't think you can really go wrong. I studied a Bachelor of Commerce majoring in HR, but an opportunity came up in supply chain, and I thought, given the exposure and all the different opportunities that they were offering, it was a really good time to try and just say yes and just kind of give it a go.
Funnily enough, supply chain is probably one of the industries or careers that you don't wake up and have an aha moment, like, I want to be a supply chain practitioner today. So it's really that very deliberate process of considering, what do I want to do that will be sustainable as a career and a job in the future. So when supply chain came up, it was a no-brainer.
When I left school, I actually thought that supply chain was just about truck driving and driving a forklift. It's not. There's so many people in IT, there's so many people in systems design. We're employing people in big data. And so one of the key pieces of advice I would have given is think broadly about this industry. You've got a whole lot of skills that you can develop in supply chain that you'll either be able to use as a building block through your career in supply chain or be able to springboard you into other areas that you might be interested in the future.
The most exciting aspect of the industry would be the endless opportunities, especially for women in supply chain. I've been lucky enough to be appointed the first female terminal manager in Australia for Patrick's and in the industry. So that was certainly an exciting achievement for me and for the industry. I think it's an opportunity to pave the way for young women. I think I've visited almost every regional area of Australia that you could imagine. The exciting part is that the industry will take you to places that you would imagine being in.
If I knew that in high school I wanted to, start out in the supply chain industry, I would definitely approach the businesses or any sort of organisation that's within that industry. Any entry-level experience or exposure kind of does naturally lead further or, into a different area. Like you're not limited by any means.
Experience matters in supply chain. And so that if you want to get yourself into supply chain, get yourself the experience, whether you are interning, an apprentice, following someone else, talking to people in the industry, because people would love talking to you. Apply yourself, be hands-on and be visible. So you need to have the practical smarts, you need to have the experience, but you also need to have some sort of qualification to support what it is that you understand. So those two do go hand in hand, and it's always, like everything, a continuous learning journey.
Mentors are a very important aspect of developing your career and pushing in the right direction, especially if you're wanting to progress. I was very lucky in having some really good mentors that invested a lot of time and effort into me. If you're looking for a particular type of mentor, for me, it's someone that has been in the industry a long time, certainly been exposed to various aspects of the supply chain, and that can really push you to the best of your ability.
The supply chain industry is really on the cusp of a major change. When technology comes in to a workplace, what actually happens is it changes the nature of the work. So at the moment, we've got the capacity for fuel tankers to drive themselves. But we're envisaging in the next 10 to 15 years is those drivers will be riding shotgun in the truck, not actually driving the truck. They'll be supervising its operation, and they'll be there as the first-hand response in terms of emergency response. That's just one example, but right through the supply chain, we're seeing new jobs created, and they're quite exciting jobs.
I think if you're looking to, climb the ladder, become successful, that is something you can certainly do in the supply chain, irrespective of the skill or the function that you're wanting to work within. The skills that you kind of come with, if you've come from a different industry, it's transferable. I think it's just a matter of being willing to jump in, taste test, taking any opportunity that perhaps you didn't think or you didn't know that you'd be interested in, because I think it will surprise you.